It was court. Me finding her right now is still the biggest.
What if I told you that 50 Cent and Papoose have a big secret they've been hiding from the public? We already know that they've been acting strangely recently. To put it simply, 50 is alerting Remy Ma to the possibility that things might suddenly become extremely messy. The main question, though, is what was leaked. Are we discussing rumors of infidelity, a covert conflict, or something else entirely? This is absurd. Bigger, and why is 50 Cent behaving as if he has professional ending receipts? This isn't just another celebrity scandal, though. It might be the largest betrayal in hip-hop history. Grab some popcorn because we're going to spill the beans. As you already know, I have all the juicy details right here. You already know that when 50 Cent gets involved, someone will be revealed. And this time, well, it's Remy Ma. The internet is already on fire. To be honest, everyone admired the hip-hop couple, Remy Ma and Papoose. Regarded them as if they were true love goals that were unalterable and unwavering. Papoose stayed devoted, showed that he was different, and even held Remy down while she was in jail. Things are changing now, though, and secrets are getting out. Some of these things will change your perspective since, if 50 Cent is after you, you already know that things are going to become ugly. Let's begin with the beginning of the drama. When a certain Clarissa Shields, yes, the boxing champion, was brought into the mix, the first rumors of problems began. Papoose's name was in the center before anyone could comprehend what was going on. It seems that some people started to notice that Papoose and Clarissa were a bit too friendly about the middle of the play. Hip-hop and athletics go hand in hand, so normally that wouldn't be a big concern. However, as soon as people started to look into it more, they discovered small patterns, such as how Clarissa would act around Papoose or how Remy's energy would shift any time it was brought up. Then, as planned, 50 Cent intervened and tried his best to incite controversy. People initially thought he was simply having fun and making jokes like he always does. But then some leaked communications started to go out there. I'm serious when I say that Papoose didn't look good with these messages. Remy Ma's response says it all. Now, Remy's response when others started talking was the true problem, not Clarissa. People understood there was more to this story when Remy became hot, rather than brushing it off or ignoring it. Since you already know that 50C sees everything, he was obviously not going to let this go. As soon as he heard about the rumors, he took to social media and started posting cryptic comments. Not only was he implying that Papoose's name was being brought up in this mess, but he was implying that Remy has secrets, and you can immediately see 50 Cent has receipts on hand when he makes charges. The fact is that people have begun going insane. Was there something more important going on behind the scenes? Or was Remy just unhappy about Papoose and Clarissa? Since it appears like Remy has been having some private discussions concerning Papoose that no one was supposed to hear, additional proof surfaced as more people spoke. I get your thoughts. However, let's say that several individuals with information regarding the matter assert that Remy has been expressing a lot of. Rumor has it that she has been talking about trust concerns, money issues, and even some confidential business transactions. The absurd thing is that Papoose supposedly didn't know about some of this. If you're wondering how 50C got this knowledge, he probably could tell you what Remy had for breakfast 3 days ago if he really wanted to, because he has spies everywhere. He was acting as if he was waiting for the proper moment to make a bombshell revelation. So when he began making those dubious remarks online, everyone thought he had something major. This is where things become even more bizarre, because it turns out that this is becoming more than just personal drama. It's becoming something much more serious. And I'm not even kidding when I say that this may potentially ruin Remy's career. According to some, Remy Ma has been engaging in certain backdoor tactics in the industry, and these tactics could end up backfiring on her. Remy hasn't directly answered, which further heightens the suspicion that he's been hinting at something significant and acting like he's sitting on a time bomb. Deal behind Papa's back, entering into agreements without telling him, and perhaps even pursuing political maneuvers that he would disapprove of. 50 Cent was ready to reveal everything when he found out about it. These days, the controversy is about more than just Remy has a lot to answer for if these rumors are true, since it might be the final straw if Papoose finds out that she has been making significant decisions without notifying him. It could become worse if 50 Cent decides to dump her. Additional information. This might be too much for Remy to recover from. The fact that she is currently silent simply serves to increase suspicion since, if these claims were false, wouldn't she just shut them down? The industry is already closely monitoring her, and many are waiting for her to answer. Remy's silence is screaming right now, but believe me, this isn't even the worst part because, if you think this is messy, this is where things become serious. Silence speaks louder than words. People began to doubt Remy's connection with Pap after something happened, and just when they believed the turmoil was finished, there was another leak. Recently, an unnamed source revealed further information regarding her relationship with Pap. This goes beyond a boxing champion being a bit too amiable these days. It involves secrets Remy has been keeping for years. According to the source, who is supposedly close to Remy, she has been feeling stuck in her marriage for a while, and worse, she has been venting to the wrong people about it. Marriages, let's face it, have issues. That's common. But things become risky when you begin disclosing private information to the wrong individuals. This is when things go wrong. So let me tell you, the folks Remy has been chatting to don't exactly have the best intentions. For some time now, Remy's industry buddies have apparently been pressing her to make scandalous financial and even personal moves behind Papoose's back. Let's just say such actions don't look good. Then, because he never lets anything pass undetected, 50 Cent published another dubious post that basically validates the suspicions that people already had. He didn't give names, but since he likes to be messy, he sent a strange message that made everyone realize what was going on right away. See, this is the problem, he continued. Hold it down and try to be a good guy, but they're still out there acting funny. I don't trust any of them because of this. See how this develops. I received the actual tea. We'll see whether she rejects this. People started to look farther, of course, and guess what? As it became apparent that Papoose's actions were motivated by some significant financial maneuvers, things became worse. According to the narrative, Papoose was not aware of Remy's involvement in certain economic transactions. It seems that Papoose has been keeping him in the dark about some important financial decisions, but keep in mind that she has always been the kind to stand by Remy, since she is her rock. The funniest part is that some of these deals could also affect Papoose's money because, if these leaks are true, Remy may have put them both in a very precarious financial situation. These are not small-time agreements. Rather, they are big money partnerships, covered investments, and contracts that Papoose was neither involved in nor consulted on. Enormous betrayal. And let's not forget that Papoose is no idiot. He's well versed in the industry and knows how it works. You can be sure that everything will blow up if he finds out that Remy has been abusing his power without his permission, and further stories will start to surface at the exact moment. They're concerned about an enigmatic bank account this time. Yes, you read correctly. According to people familiar with the matter, Remy has a hidden financial reserve that Papoose is not aware of. Before someone says, "Oh, that's normal," everyone got their money. Keep in mind that we're talking about tens of thousands of dollars, not just some spare change. Millions. And people are now curious about the source of that money because, let's be honest, Remy and Papoose have always portrayed themselves as a team and a power couple. But it seems like Remy might have been engaged in a whole other activity. When folks believe that things can't be any more unclear, 50 Cent posts another cryptic post, which is where he gets all petty. "You still believe this black love thing is real?" he asks with a vintage image of Remy and Papoose. When 50 Cent made it clear that he knew something that the rest of us didn't, everyone went crazy. Then, like something out of a Hollywood script, Remy suddenly showed up and started acting defensively. Indeed, her people were desperately trying to stop the rumors, but they were going too far. Rather than dismissing it or ignoring it, they started doing everything they could to control the situation, making statements to try to change the narrative. People look much more guilty when you do all that to deny something, and that was right when they were waiting to see if Papoose would. Speaking of this, an even stranger incident happened when a voicemail was provided by an unidentified insider who claimed to have ties to the sector. This remark, which stated, "This isn't even new. People in the industry have known about this," unsurprisingly sparked an online sensation. For the past minute, Remy has been acting without poo. People are urging her to prioritize her needs over theirs as a marriage. To put it mildly, Papoose wouldn't be so silent today if he knew half of what she's been up to. See, when people act like they are innocent but moving foul, that's when the real dirt comes out. 50 Cent wrote in a follow-up post the very following day, "Do you want to view the receipts? They're simply waiting for the appropriate moment. But I have them. It's not enjoyable to reveal everything at once." People are shocked to hear it because it's no longer merely a rumor. The only question now is when 50 Cent will drop it, as he is claiming to be proof. If he does, Remy Ma might not be able to defeat this one. The worst thing is still to come because I can assure you that you won't want to miss what is about to happen. It will get dirtier. People are addicted to the drama between 50 Cent, Remy Ma, and Clarissa Shields, which has escalated to a whole new level. As they wait for the next juicy tea to drop, they can't stop scrolling through their feeds. And let's face it, 50 Cent is enjoying every moment of it. If there's one thing this man excels at, it's getting people talking. He thrives on controversy. What does he do after that? Yes, he doubles down, which is what he does best. Sharing a photo of Remy Ma and Papoose appearing anxious during an event along with another ominous statement. "Y'all, the truth always comes out." The caption read, "You're not prepared for it, which is my problem." Let's dissect this for a second. There are two possible explanations for his continued activity. Either he has additional information about Remy Ma and Papoose, or he is simply taking pleasure in the mayhem and has no plans to quit anytime soon. In any event, the public's reaction is wild, and they start looking through old social media posts, speculations, and interviews to see if there are any clues they could have missed. And you know what they find? A really old footage from an interview from. People are left thinking as Remy Ma discusses her connection with Papoose from years ago, saying, "Papoose has always been solid, but I tell him all the time loyalty has to go both ways." Although it sounded like a harmless remark at the time, it sounds quite different in light of this incident, and people are talking like crazy about it today. Does this imply that Remy Ma had suspicions from the beginning? Did she question Papoose's commitment? Is there a lot more going on here than meets the eye? Then another leak happens, this time a text. Right when people believe they have heard everything. Even though the message exchange between Remy Ma and an unnamed buddy isn't confirmed, it nonetheless has the internet in a frenzy. According to one of the texts allegedly from Remy, "I knew this was going to come back to bite me." He swore it wasn't a thing. Let's think about this for a moment. If it's true, then Remy was aware of something happening. But who is she referring to? The great thing about internet drama is that it doesn't have to make sense to go viral, even though people are currently connecting DS that might or might not exist. Papoose doesn't say anything, but you know what people are even more convinced that something is going on because he hasn't replied to 50 Cent yet. But when a fresh source contacts a gossip blog under the guise of someone within Remy's circle and dumps even more bombshells, the situation becomes even stranger. This anonymous source claims that there is a deeper side to this tale that has not yet been explored, and when asked what it is, they merely respond, "It's deeper than you think." Oh my God, this is going to change everything. If this is really more profound than what is currently known, then what the devil are we really doing? 50 Cent finds a fresh leak in this case, but instead of offering an explanation, he makes matters worse by posting another cryptic message that says, "Y'all aren't ready for the real tea." I'll let this one boil first, but I have more. Whether 50 Cent is simply trolling, or if he really knows something that the rest of us don't. Whether there is another issue behind this one, and most importantly, how is Remy Ma going to get out of this jam while the fans are apart? People are now demanding answers.